So, Nintendo did it again. They dropped us a Nintendo Mini Direct, or Nintendo Direct Mini, stealthily, kind of like the last Indie Showcase thing they did. We did have some rumors to go on, but nothing was confirmed until recently. So anyway, before we dive into the meat and taters here, be sure to subscribe as I do this kind of thing as often as there are Directs and Showcases, as well as other Nintendo Switch content. Maybe leave a like and a comment, and do whatever voodoo it is that makes the bell icon work these days. All that out of the way, let's jump right into the soup here, shall we? We get started with a message about the current global situation that YouTube would surely shadow ban this video if I mentioned, so moving right along. First up, we have a look at Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. We get some story beats with the upgraded graphics and the soundtrack, the remastered soundtrack, or re-recorded in some cases. This game still looks good, and I look forward to it. Hopefully getting a chance to finally play would be fantastic, finances allowing. They also dropped the news that they're going to have a new story after the main quest is done. My inner cynic rears his head. There's a big old art book with the collector's edition, too. So I guess if you're a fan of the original game, you can now pay another $60 to get the actual ending. Or is it just an additional piece of thing that we're getting with this new edition? Inner cynic, inner cynic. So up next we have 2K Games bringing some of their beloved series to the Nintendo Switch. 2K Games have beloved series. They have 3 of them? Looks like we're getting Alien, Colonial Marine 2, Duke Nukem Forever Infinite, and just kidding, it's the Bioshock Collection, Borderlands, and XCOM 2 Collection. So the Bioshock Collection, I haven't played any of these, and I'd be looking forward to them on the Switch if it wasn't 2K behind them. Borderlands, looks like the Handsome Collection, but they're calling it the Legendary Collection? That concerns me a little bit. Borderlands was a fun game. Borderlands 2 was a fun game. If you have friends that aren't, at each other's throats constantly because of the gameplay loop. And the pre-sequel exists. I wish it didn't, but it exists. So yay, I guess. And the XCOM 2 collection. It's not really my thing, but I know people do love the series, so there's that. Now I guess we just kind of wait and hope 2K doesn't 2K it up. Also, Randy Pitchford can go suck a cactus. I don't like that guy. You shouldn't either. Moving right along. New DLCs from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. This one's giving us Doctor Doom and some other people that no one really care about. Joking aside, it's actually nice to see the OG Fantastic Four and Doom back again in media, even if it is just a game. Doom's voice kind of bugs me, though. No, I haven't really heard anything about this game since its announcement and this, and there's 2 other DLCs that are already out, so I guess here's hoping people still play it. Next up, they show us Shinsekai. I am probably mispronouncing that horribly. Into the Depths. Looks like a side-scrolly, jumpy shooty with resource management and crafting, and my interest has left the building. Does look neat, though, visually. Like, not graphically, but visually it looks neat. Of course, next we have some Animal Crossing news. The Easter event starting soon, going to be running from April 1st to the 12th. I will be doing stuff on that, of course. With egg-themed furniture. Yeah, I can dig it. However, the inner cynic is kind of rearing his head again. They're calling these free updates instead of seasonal events, which really, really makes me concerned that we might have to pay for Christmas if this is going to be the case. I do hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong with that, but my inner cynic is definitely squinty-eyed at this one. Next up, they show us Now Hiring, which is a physics-based game in an office building where you get a bunch of chores and you can either do them like a normal person or catapult crap through the walls and run people over with a forklift. This really looks more like an indie game than the rest of the games on this list, really. Mostly all of them. So I wonder what it's doing in the mini direct, where it seems like it'd be more at home in the indie direct. I'll digress and move along. Catherine Full Body's coming to the Switch. What? Okay. It's a niche Atlas game with a pretty big fan base, so that makes sense from that perspective. And I'm glad we're going to get a chance to play it on the Switch in portable mode. You can play it one-handed on the toy. Moving along from that thought, but where in the hiffle is Persona 5? Why do they never seem to want to release it for the Switch? Why is there no Shin Megami Tensei announcement either? Will we have answers to these questions? Maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of grumble about not hearing about Persona 5 or even like, I'm sure they're working on SMT for the Switch. At least that was the rumor. Yeah, we'll see. Up next, a Ring Fit Adventure update, rhythm game mode, and a female voice option for the Ring thing. Some of these announcements are starting to feel like fake Namek. All filler. A treasured tactical RPG series is coming to the Switch. Well, after looking it up, I guess the King's Bounty series did have a new lease on life 20 years after the OG. And while I don't like strategy games that much, I'm sure fans will dig it. Next, we got some Fighty Boy Ultimate news. That's right, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news. A fighter reveal from the new DLC pack. It's a fighter from ARMS, and they're not going to tell us who. Okay, and it's delayed. Well, that's certainly is news. And also there is an ARMS trial for online members from today until April 6th, so if you're looking to try out ARMS, I guess now's the time. Up next, we've got a nice long look at Bravely Default 2. I do like JRPGs. I kind of know I want this already, and the job system makes me want it even more. I do have a but, though, and I know it's the series art style and all, but the chibi character models look really out of place against the good-looking backgrounds in some places. Like in the snowy environment they showed, the backgrounds look really, really gorgeous. I'll just hop off of that one. I'm also thinking this feels a little bit more like Final Fantasy than they may want it to. I'm also feeling some Octopath up in there. Maybe Octopath felt like it had some Bravely in it, I don't know. Demo's out now, so I'll have a look and do a video if I have SD card space, for sure. Clubhouse Games, 51 games from around the world. Now this initially had my attention pretty good because I love playing the classic games like this, and I love playing them with friends, especially online, because, well, we're all doing the social distancing thing right now, and we were doing that before this was a thing too, but digressing on that. Now, if they said this had full online play, I would be 100% into this. But they're saying that only some games have online multiplayer, and the way to play online really looks crappy, like some kind of leftover garbage from the Mario Party Failure Edition that came out for the Switch last year, I guess. Or longer. God, time goes past quickly, doesn't it? Up next, we've got Ninjala, a free-to-play 8-player fighty. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look like my kind of thing. I am willing to give it a try before calling it DOA or just trash. The free thing is definitely going to give it some legs, as long as the inevitable monetization doesn't, you know, poke us in the eyes with its horribleness. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy drops today. We knew this was coming thanks to the PlayStation reveal. More classic Star Wars games. I'm great with that, especially how they run on the Switch. They look great. I'm very okay with this. And the announcement of Episode 1 Racer coming soon. Again, alrighty, as long as it didn't age like eggs in the sun. As long as it didn't age poorly, I'm all for it. I will now fully admit that I forgot Panzer Dragoon was a thing. Even that it was coming out, and it's out today. So that is a thing. Up next, they're going to shoot us a rapid fire, and some of these don't make any sense at all, like the first one, Trials of Mana. Why is this a rapid fire? This should be in the main thing. Maybe put the DLC for Ringy Dingy Adventure in here. It still looks good. There's a demo out. I'll be looking into that as well, as long as, you know, SD space doesn't hate me. Always get a bigger SD card than you ever think you'll need, and then double that is my abuse. Yes, my advice. Up next, we got Fuser, which looks like a rhythm game or something that looks like it has the ability to mash up licensed music, 4 songs at once. Okay. The Elder Scrolls Blades still exists. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. It's nice to see the Switch getting some 40k love. How about that Space Marine sequel, huh? Eh? Vigor closed beta. It looks kind of like Fallout 4/76 clone. I don't know what to think about this one. I'm definitely getting some 76 vibes from it. Maybe it'll be the 76 or online multiplayer Fallout game that we've always dreamed of. Who knows? Burnout Paradise Remastered. Nice to see Burnout getting some love too. Now how about a sequel? Also, let me just take a break here and say I am really, really happy to see that Burnout's not dead. Like, I like after the announcements the last couple of years, I was pretty sure this whole franchise was pushing up daisies in the ET cartridge graveyard, but very happy to see that it's not dead. Saints Row 4 re-elected. This was just a matter of time, and I kind of think it was already teased, wasn't it? Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 3. I still like JRPGs, and I especially like stylized JRPGs. I am looking at you, game Endless Frontier. That's the game I was trying to think of. Endless Frontier for the DS. Where's our sequels to that? That'd be nice too. Moving along. Let me see more of Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 3. I want to see more of this. Mr. Driller Drillerland. Hey, the Mr. Driller series isn't dead. Minecraft Dungeons. I was expecting this, although it seems like it's been in development for a long enough time to make me kind of worry. And of course, the last news of the mini direct. Is it Breath of Wild 2? No, it's Pokemon DLC. Okay. Do we learn anything new? Not really. We get some stuff about there's towers that involve fistings, and the legendary Fighty Bear gets 2 forms based on the towers. There's also some new clothes, new hair, new whatnot, which I should have been in the base game to begin with, along with some of the newly re-released Pokemon that they're going to be adding. Of course, we get some new news about the Gigantamax forms of the starters. They get some new Gigantamax moves that are stronger than normal Gigantamax moves. And Intellion's, whatever the hell you want to call it now, no longer has a gun? Okay. And we also get the Max Raid battle news from the news feed that was released yesterday. Okay. So that's kind of a downer to close on, I think. If I have to fully think about it that much. That's downer to close on. So that's all. I'm not knocking it. I did feel like there was a lot of filler and not a lot of real content here. So I'm mixed like I was with the Indie World Showcase. Like, I do see a lot of games I'm looking forward to, and a lot of games that I'm just full meh about. Now, in hindsight, though, I do see a few franchises that I thought were dead getting a new lease on life, and that brightens my day quite a lot. So that is a hard positive to take away from this Direct. So you can drop a comment down below, let me know what you're looking forward to, and maybe even what you just don't care about. Don't forget to do the things, and I'm going to wrap up here and say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, whoosh.